white sets, the two different buttons, the different time streams, the comfortable friendship between the three characters later to be threatened. Yeah, I like the opening sequence. Apart from Amy and Rory's apparent disregard for the fact that the Doctor is supposed to be finding Baby River, these oversights bug me. It's hard to push aside an element such as this, but I had to in order to allow myself some space to enjoy this episode. So, did I? Welcome. Enjoy the next 5 minutes. Are you kidding me? Really? Can someone explain to me how a picture of the Mona Lisa, first of all, got onto Apalapuccia, and secondly, how smashing it over the head of a robot disarms it? Has anyone heard of this disease that kills off Time Lords with no regeneration? And why had not those who wanted to kill off the Doctor in Classic Who ever thought of using this effective option? It was a nice change having the Doctor taking a backseat. This episode was really a Rory and Amy show. And I love the switch we got. Amy growing old instead of Rory growing old. And we had an episode that could have been called Rory's Choice. Particularly liked how something we should appreciate, like being afforded a kindness, can be made into something quite frightening, which is a very classic Who-ish element. Loved the Doctor's Twitter comment. And finally, the homage to Tennant's Doctor, with the glasses! Although it would have been so much better if we had the actual same model. I like the superimposition in the magnifying glass thingy. Old and young Amy together. And it gave us an opportunity to see the talent of the makeup artists. This is becoming quite a bit of a game. The TARDIS central column, transposed over a door, Amy comes through. The nice moments felt forced to me. One example is Rory's fez joke and old Amy's "I think that's the first time I've laughed in 36 years. Now, I love this sort of thing, but I didn't believe in Gillen's performance. But I don't think it's entirely her fault either. It has a lot to do with the placement of this dialogue in the script. Not forgetting this is a one-parter, and there is not much time, but I still felt that it was too early for this sort of sentiment. Old Amy is just far too forgiving. Top marks to Tom, however, for some wonderful dialogues between Rory and Amy and Rory and the Doctor, particularly in the exploding moments. Wonderfully acted by Darwell. Coming back to Karen Gillan's performance, it was a mixed bag for me. There were some great moments, and there were some just average. I think that she brought a nice gruffness to the voice of old Amy. However, I think that she probably should have been more hard and bitter. And look, I want to try and be fair and say that Gillan nearly had old Amy down. If this episode had been a double-parter, I do think that Gillan would have probably have more captured old Amy by the end of it. I did like the scene at the end between Rory and Amy. Rory inside the TARDIS and Amy outside of it. Again, Darwell's performance here is excellent. And I have to say that that his performance far exceeded Gillan's. I do believe that Rory loves Amy. I still don't believe, even after this emotionally driven episode, that Amy loves Rory. I mean, the closest that I get to believing this is when Amy says, "Rory, I love you. Now save me." Great remixing of Amy themes. Robot with hands, Rory. And Rory's, "Good question. Bit sinister." And Rory again with, "I don't care that you got old. I care that we didn't get old together." Nice line. And Rory to Doctor, "You're turning me into you." Younger Amy has been rescued, but is she still a week older? Well, my answer is yes. I hope it's as good as it promises. I think that it is probably one of the better ones for this half season. Out of 11, I'll give it a Sylvester McCoy.